Well, that brings us to our Project Drive Safer, our one-year commitment to curbing reckless driving.
State records show more pedestrians have been killed this year in Milwaukee County than in any other year in the last 2 decades. Ben
Jordan goes in depth on why experts believe that the problem is getting worse both locally and nationally.
I'm always going to remember him. You know, this is the guy that I know.
Mae Holmes is holding up her brother William's obituary.
My brother crossed the street all the time. Never got hit, none of that.
Sadly, the last time he crossed the street near his home back in March, he was killed in a hit and run.
So sad that he had to go this way.
Mae says the hardest part is not knowing why it happened or who was behind the wheel.
Did you ever imagine 8 months later there would still be no one found to be responsible for this?
I can't imagine that no one even thought about it. They don't really care. If you cared, then you would have stopped.
William was one of 26 pedestrians who died in crashes so far this year in Milwaukee County. According to the Wisconsin Traffic Operations and Safety Laboratory, it's the most in more than 20 years. 4 of those pedestrians killed were on the same 2-mile stretch of North 35th Street, from here in the Sherman Park neighborhood down to near Marquette University High School. It isn't just a local issue. Nationally, pedestrian fatalities have reached a 40-year high. A study found drivers struck and killed nearly 7,500 people on foot in 2021, a 12% increase from the year before.
40-year high for pedestrian deaths should have us, jumping out of our seats and making change.
Leah Shaham is the executive director of the Vision Zero Network, a nationwide campaign to help communities reach their goals of eliminating traffic fatalities. Leah says dangerous driving behaviors are becoming more prevalent.
We know that high speeds are the cause in about 1/3 of traffic fatalities nationwide, and impaired driving another third. So that's a huge piece right there.
Leah says the way urban streets were designed decades ago create disparities seen today in traffic deaths. She says people who live in low-income neighborhoods are 3 times more likely to be hit and killed.
The good news is, this is not out of our control. I think what we're seeing is that we're getting the results we've designed for. You don't want to have a crosswalk a mile away and expect somebody to have to walk that mile to cross the crosswalk and then get to a bus stop, right?
Leah says solutions have already been identified and some are underway in Milwaukee, like redesigning roads to force drivers to slow down and making sure crosswalks are marked and offer additional protection for pedestrians by using pinned-on curb extensions.
Even timing the lights, the street lights, at a slower pace can help everybody move along, but again, more slowly. We certainly can add more time for people crossing the streets.
While there will inevitably still be crashes, Leah says they will be less severe and people walking across the street will be less vulnerable. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ben Jordan, TMJ4 News.
Our Project Drive Safer campaign focuses on the reckless driving problem and possible solutions. Go to projectdrivesafer.com and share how you have been affected by reckless driving.
And Friday night at 6:30, join us for our Project Drive Safer special. We are taking a look back at the first 2 months of our initiative. There are a lot of great stories we hope that will bring awareness and create some change behind the wheel.